All right. Well, good Monday morning.
Cheers.
We are back with another pre-recorded, not live, Motivational Monday. Tanya, you go first. I like it when you go first.
Oh, introductions.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Tania Mack. I am a certified transformational health coach, and I help people who are struggling on the dieting roller coaster achieve food freedom by creating a healthy relationship with food and their body.
And my name is Rina Mora. I am a visionary life and business coach with Tiny But Mighty Coaching. I focus on the business coaching, working with small business owners, creating growth and sustainability systems that support more efficiency and productivity. I help solve your overwhelm. As a life coach, I help you figure out who you really are so that you can speak your truth and live your most authentic, best life. And today, right before we hit this record button, Tanya said something real amazing that we're going to talk about. It's not hard to be great. Let's go. Tell me more about that, because that is a juicy statement.
Well, that actually came up because of our conversation that we had prior to hitting record. And it was funny because, like I said, I had that same conversation with my husband the other day. And I think really what that's about is what I've been noticing is people's work ethic over the last, few years is not great. And we go to a lot of networking events and that kind of stuff. And I have a perfect example. Like, somebody came to visit one of our networking groups, and then they literally sent me an email saying that they went through my website and then basically kind of said I could use some help with this, and this, and would I like to talk to them about it? And I was like, how about, hi, how are you? I met you. I'd like to connect with you to learn more about your business, or more about you, or something.
I love that you said that, because especially with like the LinkedIns of the days, and the best, that statement, like, it's harder to, you can't attract bees with vinegar.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Like, yeah, it's some, like, you attract bees with honey or whatever. Anyways, the thing is, like, I get so many, I don't know about you, but I've almost been deterred from LinkedIn because everybody reaching out to me is like, I help coaches do this and I can scale your business. Like, how about, hi, this is what I do. I'm looking to connect with people like you. Would you like to schedule some time to chat? Mm-hmm. I just feel so insulted right off the bat.
Well, more like you went on my website, you found things that weren't good, and now you want to sell me your services. And that feels a little shady to me. I don't even know you. Why would I do business with you? Right?
And what if those are the things that you feel make you stand out? What if, like, those are specifically targeted to your website? Like, they had to be on your webpage. And this person's like, A, B, and C, all the things that you really wanted on your page are crap.
Hey, look, I mean, honestly, I'm open to constructive criticism all day. I'm not that kind of person that is easily offended, but I'm like, dude, like, honestly, why would I do business with you if I don't know you? Let's get to know each other. And, we talk about that all the time in our networking groups. And that's why I think BNI is so great, for us, because we don't sell to our people, we sell through them. And, I've been to several networking groups where I feel like I just keep getting sold to, and it really is a turnoff. And I don't know how we ended up here, because the reason I started,
we were talking about it's not hard to be
somewhere else, but actually I'm glad we ended up here, because it's something really important to talk about. So you, as a business owner, if that's how you're trying to get business, you might want to change your strategy a little bit. So if you're wondering why people ghost you or don't respond to you, that's probably why.
Well, there is an art to networking. There is an art to sales, and it's a relationship thing. Both of, like you said, both of us are in BNI, and I've been in networking organizations for over 20 years. I've been networking, and what you learn is that you want the person to trust you. You do the least amount of talking when you first meet someone to grow that relationship. I'm forming you. I want to know about your family. I want to know about your occupation, what you do for recreational, what's your marital status and what's your money status. Like, do you want more money? Are you comfortable? Like, what does that all look like? And then from there, I can decide if you're even a good candidate for me to tell you like how I work, or if you're someone that I want to work through, just by knowing that information. And now you trust me because I took a moment to learn about you.
And I just think, I don't know, I feel like I'm genuinely like that. Like, I want to learn about people. I don't want to talk about myself. In fact, actually, I try to talk people out of working with me because I need you to be committed, but that's besides the point.
Same.
So I will talk people out of working with me, but that's not the point. But the point is, I feel like I'm genuinely that way. And I often wonder why people aren't, right? Because I'm truly interested in other people. And if I am going to do business with you, Rina, if I was going to hire you as my business coach, I want to get to know you first, right?
Right? Don't you want to know like how I think and make sure that it resonates with you? Like, that's my thing.
If I was going to refer my clients to you, like, my integrity for me is huge. And so if I refer a client, like, I'm at the point where if I refer a client a product, they don't even ask questions. They'll just buy it, take it, because they know it works. They know I take it myself. I don't sell things just to make money. I don't recommend things just to make money. And that's part of my integrity and my reputation that I worked really hard for. So for me, it's like, if I was going to refer a client to you, I need to know who you are and how you work, because at the end of the day, that's my name and my reputation attached to that referral.
Yes. And that's the thing. So, and also personality. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. I was doing a one-to-one, and we were talking about, like, for me, I like being the go-to person, which is why I like being in networking organizations, because anything you need, I probably know the provider for that. And I will usually know 2 or 3 of those same types of people, because not everybody has the same personality. Not everybody works well with other people. So that whole, like, I work with everyone. No, you don't. You do not work with everyone. You would like to say you can, and you would, but when it really gets down to it, like for me, like you said, I try to talk people out of working with me. I don't necessarily talk people out of working with me, but I am very clear about how I work.
Right.
I'm not, I don't do the extra, like, need me to be beside you the whole way. I empower my clients. I expect my clients to do the work. Right. And if they don't, we inspect why they didn't do the work and figure out how to do it. But you have to be hungry and coachable and ready to do the work to come work with me.
That's right.
So I also need to know other coaches that do what I do, but can tailor to that person that's not quite ready for me.
Right.
And I know that anybody that comes to work with me is also looking for somebody that's right to the point, very direct, doesn't have a story around everything. Like, I'm super type A. So if you feel the need to explain everything to me in detail, I will cut you off and be like, okay, love the story, but let's get to the point. What are you trying to tell me? Where are we going? What are we doing? And how fast can we get there?
That's so funny. And meanwhile, I'm over here. I love a good story. No, I'm kidding. Not when it comes to coaching, though. Yeah. And honestly, that's why, because I would try to talk people out of doing the coaching, because that was something that I kept coming across. Because no matter how many times I said, this is a process, it's slow and you must do the work, it was like, yeah. And then we would have the come to Jesus talk, usually around week 4 or 5. I have some clients who come at me a little sooner than that, but yeah, so that's why I really started. I'm like, look, here's the deal. If you want your quick fix, go to Google, man. Go to Google.
Right. Because everything is a process. And this is okay. So now we can tie it back to, it's not hard to be great. Right. Because here's the thing. I was just sharing with you. I was just in a meeting, and it's a networking meeting. I was a guest. I thought I was at a training, but it turned out to be also a meeting. And it wasn't I was so surprised because these are other business professionals that are also in the same, like doing, they're in that organization because they're also looking for referrals. And I felt like I was in a room with croutons, stale croutons, because it was like
I love that. I'm
they
stealing
all
that.
knew each other, but it was like, hi, how's it going? Like, so who are you? What do you do? Isn't that the first thing that we are taught to do when we get into those breakout rooms?
Well, as a human, you introduce yourself and ask what people do, right? And I'm not going to use that word. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Keep
But
going.
the point is, like, the impression that I was given was you guys might be good at what you do, but you're not welcoming. And my people want to be welcomed. I want to feel welcomed when I walk into a room. So if I'm not, the the chances of me wanting to work with you are going to be slim to none because I didn't feel like I mattered at all, which means if I send someone to you, are they going to feel like they matter, or
Mm,
are they just going to feel like money in your pocket? You know, people want to be valued. So it's not hard to be great. It it takes a little bit of effort to be kind.
right.
It takes a little bit of effort to be better than at something than the other person. It's just about staying, you know, two steps ahead of somebody. And it's not a hard thing to do. It's not hard to be welcoming. It's not hard to be friendly, to open up so that people want to be in your presence and work with you.
Right. Yeah, no, totally. And I think, in terms of business and doing things and working with people, I really make an effort because I know everything is a reflection of who I am and what I do. And, we hear that how you do one thing is how you do everything a lot. And
We say it a lot.
I think about that. Yeah. And I think about that, like when I'm putting my presentations together and when I'm doing my slides, like, every little thing, like even my slides are a representation of how I do business and who I am. And so I put in that extra mile with everything because I know it all reflects back to who I am and what I do. So, I noticed that that doesn't happen a lot with other people. And these are people who are constantly struggling with things, whether, tying it back to the health and wellness world, like clients that I work with. And ultimately, I feel like these things, like if you're trying to make a transformation, it has to be who you are, not what you do.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the biggest key in my health coaching practice and, how I help my clients. But I don't know, I just felt like, and I forget why my husband and I were talking about that because I did something or there was a company that I was working for. I forget how it came up, but it actually.
Mike just decided to make a sneak appearance. Hello. Hi. Sorry.
I love it. I love it. I don't know. But anyways, that's the whole point. Like just make an effort when you do stuff because it really reflects on who you are as a person and how you do things.
Well, I mean, it's intentional, right? Like, what is your intention? Do you want to be, you know, that salesy person that's just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you want to know what I do? Well, let's schedule a call so I can show you. Send me your financial statements. You know, like there's a trust that needs to happen. And so I think the things that set people apart from being just good to being great is when they inject who they are into their work, where it becomes about who, you know, you might have a great product, but if you're not a product of your product, how trustworthy are you to me? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, totally.
it's like going to a hairstylist with bad hair.
I was just going
Don't
to
keep it.
say, even if it's not your business though, and you walk into an establishment, like when the receptionist is chewing gum and sitting on her phone, that to me is like an instant turn off. And whether or not your services are great, that I'm all like, yeah, no.
That's one of the so I can't stress that enough when you have staff, like whether you have front office help or you're in a restaurant and you have a hostess or a receptionist, somebody that receives your guests, receives your clients. They are the face of your business. They represent you. They are the first impression that everybody has. And it is so important to train them properly, train them how to behave and hold them accountable. And
Mhm.
I think, you know, going back to it's not hard to be great is somewhere during this pandemic, accountability kind of got dropped.
Yeah, I don't know. Something weird happened.
I think there's a big divide. I think some people really, really elevated, and then some people were just like, hey.
Yeah, totally, totally. It's insane.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, if you want to be great, it's really not hard. Just have a decent work ethic and put some effort into what you do. And honestly, you will shine.
yeah,
Shine.
I mean, like what you do. How about that? How about just let people see how much you enjoy what you do? Like just having joy in what you do will attract people as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. Attitude is everything.
Yeah, because if you're not happy, like if you're not in a great mood, it shows. But
You
if you
can't
can,
have a bad attitude unless you're a cute little dog, okay? Like my
oh,
dog.
like your
He has
dog,
tude and it's cute. But if you're not a dog with a cute face, having tude is not cool. Okay.
no. And and I think it's important to also have like your go-tos. Like we all have the days that we don't feel like being on, but when you're in business for yourself. You've got to find that switch that just leaves personal behind and or you just learn to not say anything but be kind. Just be welcoming, just say hello. There are ways of getting around it. And don't be complacent. Like just, if you know you can do the job and for you it's just I just got to get it done, that's great. If you're really good at it, that's great. But if you want to stand out, you put some more personality into it, like you were just saying, I don't know if I think it might have been before we got on hit record, how, everything you do, your presentations, like there's so much thought put into it. And then you see the work that's right next to it and you're like, that's right.
Mhm.
This is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. It kind of goes into that, like that self-confidence, like, your work is good.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, I mean, it's not hard to be good. I mean, it's not hard to be great. It's not hard to be just a step better than everybody else. It's just a intentional effort.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
if that's what you're trying to do, then it's not really that hard.
Yeah, don't be complacent. Don't just be like, well, I know everybody except for that one person. You never know who that one person knows. You never know what that one person is looking
But you know what
for.
else they say? It only takes one person to change your life, right?
Yes. I just
You never know who you're talking to. You never know who's watching.
listen, if you're in a room, somebody's watching. Especially
So,
if it's
so
networking. I mean, I definitely am an observer, especially when I'm in meetings. Like if it's a networking type situation, yo, I am watching you. I am watching if it's on Zoom, I'm watching to see if you're paying attention or if you're doing a lot of this, because then I know that you're not paying, you're in something else. If, are you following directions or are you just doing what you're used to doing? Are you listening? Because these things tell me how you would treat a potential client.
yeah, absolutely. Again, like it all comes back to who you are as a person and what you do. It's all a reflection of you. So if you're not paying attention, if you're not giving people 100%, they're going to feel that, they're going to know that. And
Yeah, you just reminded me of something that I used to go see this trainer and he always would say, it's like there's just 3 things you got to do in business to stay going and growing in business. Pay attention, get excited, and never quit.
yes, oh my gosh, I love that. So, so true. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's just, like just don't quit. Just keep going. Stay excited. Pay
Yes,
attention.
stay excited.
Stay
Yes, yes, yes.
excited about what you're doing.
Don't be a crouton, a stale
Don't be a
crouton.
steel crouton. I I stole that from a friend of mine.
I love it. I'm stealing it from you.
The context of how this came up, you're gonna love. We were out one night. This is before she got married and had babies, and we were somewhere, and some guy was trying to talk to her, and I was like, "What is going on with this girl?" She's just like, he walks away. She goes, when I don't want to talk to somebody, I turn into a stale crouton.
Oh my gosh, I love
And
that.
I've used it ever since because it makes like, you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
super
it makes total sense.
undesirable,
I've
dry, no, like,
I
don't want to waste my time with it.
love it. A stale crouton. Do not be a stale crouton.
Do not be a
You
stale
want to make it in this world.
unless it's called for. But you know, like the whole pay attention, get excited, never quit. Like, think about that.
I love that.
Pay
I love
attention.
that.
Pay attention to your industry. Do your research and development. Stay on top of your game. You only have to stay a chapter ahead of the book of everybody else. You know, get excited. Get excited about what's happening in your industry. Get excited about what you're doing with your clients and how your clients are doing better and like their growth, and never quit. Just keep going. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You will get there. And along the way, you're going to get to great plateaus. You know, you might fall down and have to get back up, but don't quit. Like, that is the road of life. Like, there are ups and downs. And if they're not, like, how exciting is your life and how exciting is your business? If you're just,
Yeah. I love it. I feel like this is a great place to end it. Pay attention, get excited. No, literally, like, I don't want to say a single word after pay attention, get excited, and don't quit. I'm
and
done.
never quit. But you are going to say something else because both of us have really good things going on that we're launching that are new for us. So,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I almost forgot about that. Okay, so I actually am starting a life refresh, a life refresh challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, and you'll receive emails from me every day with really awesome information on how to refresh your life. I think we could all use a refresh, and it's kind of like spring, and it's the perfect time to do that. So that actually starts on May 23rd, I believe. So if you guys are interested,
so in 1 week,
I'll give you a link.
The link will be on.
The link will be somewhere. If it is not, you can message.
Our information is in the description, so you're cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's just it.
That's it. Life refresh. A life refresh. Clear the brain fog.
I am not technologically challenged. Okay. I just sound a little bit.
Just words in the morning. Just challenge with my mouth in the morning. My mouth does not.
You will find a link somewhere.
There will be a link for you provided. And there is also a link to all of our information in the description as well. And myself, this is super exciting. I've done one course like this, and I'm launching a second one because the first one was so successful. It is a 14-week intensive, and it's geared towards the small business owner, the new business owner, and I'm going to clarify that even more, the solopreneur. If you are in business for yourself, you just started your business, you're wanting to go into business for yourself, and you might not have the business savvy. You know, you're good at what you do and you can do really well, and you don't want to make somebody else their money anymore. This is really the course for you. It's a business foundation course. It takes you from the beginning to the end of your business, like understanding how to build a solid foundation from your insurance to knowing how to read a P&L, to project profit and loss statement, friends, how to project your numbers for the future, you know, how to set goals. And we also go through how to create your systems for success, how to create the systems for the goals that you're wanting to achieve. It's a 14-week course. It's going to start on May 25th. The information is also going to be in the link. You guys, this is a really solid, packed course. You get the recordings, so you can go through everything over again. And what I love about this is I get to bring panelists on. So if there's something that everybody is struggling with, I'll bring in a business attorney. I'll bring in a bookkeeper. It really is focused on understanding how to run your business and not let your business run you. So that information will be in our description as well. And now we can end.
Perfect.
All right, everybody.
Pay attention, get excited.
Never quit. And right on. Have a great week, guys.